Hello and welcome back. Kristen, as you know, she was talking about on the last video, she's been heavy on the X lately.
Well,
And
formerly known as Twitter.
yes, yeah, and she come across this.
That could be.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Could come out.
yeah.
Be interpreted
Wrong. Yeah,
different way.
yeah. True. This is true. Yeah, not that X, but X, formerly known as Twitter.
Yes.
And you come across this little video that
Elon
reposted,
and he shared, and it's gone viral.
It's gone viral.
Like
so
7 million views or something.
It's pretty good. So we thought we'd share it with you, and then we'd talk a little bit about some of the stuff that Elon's doing,
and to just the reactions from people.
Reactions,
from it.
yeah, just from
But
here we go.
You know, I actually wish that the government would extort us more. My name is Beck. My pronouns are they, them, and Elon is he's a threat to democracy. You know, I'm concerned. It is in the nation's best interest to continue being extorted by the government through taxation, and it is frankly none of our business where they're spending that money. I saw a report that Elon found $4.7 trillion of untraceable spending from the Treasury Department. Who does he think he is? It is none of our business. You don't understand. Government transparency is a threat to democracy. $2.7 trillion in improper Medicare and Medicaid payments? No. Our healthcare system is literally perfect. They said that they found 20 million Americans over the age of 100 receiving Social Security benefits. Assuming that that is fraud is frankly a threat to democracy. USAID is not a money laundering organization, and if you ask questions, you are a threat to democracy. No, listen, I hear you. The Pentagon failed their last 7 audits in a row, but if I mess up on my taxes, I can go to jail. And that's okay. It's not a double standard. It's not. You know, at the end of the day, I hope and I pray that they get Elon out of there. They need to get him out of there and then just get back to extorting us through taxation without transparency. It's democracy. That is how we save it.
so that was Becky Weiss, folks, and she is on Instagram. She's also on X, and she's hilarious.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
If you couldn't tell that was satire, I'm like, oh. But so many people just didn't get the joke.
Yeah, there's a lot of people didn't get it.
Yeah. So the comments, I mean, we could just maybe hit a couple, honestly, if you want, because makes it even more funny to me.
Yeah.
My weird sarcastic humor. But seriously though, I mean, some of these comments are just wow.
Yeah.
And the sad thing is I'm like, you know, you're probably like a really good person and you probably like really mean well, and the stuff you're saying is true.
Yeah.
But just doesn't really apply here. Like, she's on your side. She's on our side, guys.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, she posted, hey, that's me, guys. It's Satire, with a crying, laughy face, which tons of people liked it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I definitely, I didn't know who she was. Apparently this is her thing. Like, this is something that she does. She does these funny videos. So, I mean, I had not seen her before, so that's kind of cool. Always cool to find new people and connect with. Let's see. This person says, the world has been bamboozled beyond what anyone can ever imagine. Once we understand and realize that we're fighting an evil that absolutely hates God, then everything will make perfect sense. And see, that's completely true. But it's just like, she was just trying to be funny. She's trying to kind of make light of the situation. Clearly, we know this is not a light situation. This is a very, very big deal. It's a heavy situation. And that we're just the tip of the iceberg. I feel like this is going to go so much deeper. But without a little comedy, you know, we would all be probably losing our minds, you know? So you have to laugh, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know if you can, I don't want to read all that.
Yeah.
Just
There's a lot.
That's a long one. Holy cow. There's a bunch on there. There's a bunch of other, just hit the back and see. Yeah. Let's see. I know there was a bunch of, I find a hard time getting behind the whole transparency is a threat to democracy thing. Yeah, me too, because it's not.
Yeah.
Unless you meant threat to Democrats, because it's the Democrats who are SHITTING themselves, because they're about to find out what happens if they F around.
F around and find
I
out.
guess I could cuss on here. I'm being silly, probably. I'm probably being really silly. This is not like a kid-friendly show, really.
No.
Well, no, it's not. But anyway, like, I mean, I think that she was just trying to be nice. Like, I kind of see where she's coming from with that. But it's just like, you know, you just hate it because it was such a funny video, and it's like they missed it. You know, they didn't get to enjoy it like some of us did.
Yeah.
But then if you keep scrolling, you'll see that there's some that are like, you know, have a laughy face, or they clearly, you know, they clearly know. Okay, like this person, like Define L, which he's on. Anyway, we follow him, but LOL, I love a good satire, you know? So, I mean, yeah, there were people that got it. There were people that, you know, and they're center of love, you know, and all that. But I just thought it was really funny because you'll catch that, you know, you'll see that someone's trying to make a joke and people just don't get it.
They don't get it. It just goes right over.
Yeah. But anyway, but I thought it was funny. And she's right. I mean, some of the stuff that some of these liberals are acting the fool. They're getting loud. They're trying to protest in the streets. What? I don't even know. I mean, it's just like, seriously, like you're only further implicating yourself to the corruption. You're literally sitting there, you know, protesting basically, or trying to cause problems. I guess you're just being loud and obnoxious, really. You know, just having a tantrum fit because Elon Musk has been asked to assist Donald Trump in finding all the corruption and seeing where it goes and following the money and seeing like where it's really going and what's actually going on. And that the fact that for years money has gone missing and it's just like, oh, we don't know where it went. Like, that's not acceptable. It should never have been acceptable. The fact that it was all these years is like, seriously, you know, ridiculous, beyond ridiculous. It's crazy. What is it?
Yeah. People who are whining about 19-year-olds working for Doge are the same people who wanted you to listen to a 13-year-old about climate.
Exactly.
Yep, that's true.
They're just hypocrites. You know, rules for thee, not for me. It's the same old story. It's the same. But I just feel like it's just more in your face because you would think that if you were on the right side of things, if you weren't participating in the corruption or benefiting from the corruption, you would be like, oh my gosh, what? This is terrible. I mean, I'm not saying, you know, they might not care for Elon, they might not care for Trump, but anyone should be outraged by what they're finding. Yeah. But I've even seen where people are like, it's not true, they're making it up. Seriously, I was watching a video about this guy who was walking around, like, clearly he's in California, walking around and talking to people and asking them, and they were just, I'm like, wow. Some of these people are in deep. They are like, I don't know if there's hope for them. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I've just. What do you think? I'm just like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, but anyway, so we did want to talk about what, you know, Doge and Elon and what he's been doing. I know that the Social Security.
This is probably one of the ones that really troubles me.
It should trouble everybody.
Everyone is I've been hearing for the last, I don't know how many years, I'll be lucky if Social Security is around by the time I get old enough to draw it.
I feel like I've been saying that for a while, but I think I want to say I first heard it and it was like I was young. It might have been whenever it might have been my first job. Yeah. Whenever my mom was trying to explain to me when I got my first check, and I'm like, what is all this that they took out? You know, when you're young and you don't know, and they're like, oh, that's Social Security. Like, oh, what's that? Well, we won't even get it when it's time.
But just look how many people over the age of 100 is drawing Social Security. Yeah. How many people over the age 190, 199? This is
I don't believe any of these numbers.
This is either this is someone committing fraud.
I mean, are there that many Americans?
Or,
I mean, let's add all this up.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
I'm kidding. It's a joke.
This is someone is collecting checks, filing fraudulent Social Security claims. And I know, and I've heard people saying that, that their family member was still getting Social Security checks 2, 3, 5 years after they passed. And then,
so it was, I guess the family could like forge the check, sign it.
If it was going, I don't know if it's,
or they just kept the account open. They just kept the account active.
Technically,
because if they were on the account,
or is it just going direct deposit into an account they have access to and just spending away?
If anybody's ever collected Social Security, we have not, so we don't know how that works. But I don't know if it's direct deposit. If they mail you a check.
Yeah, it may not be a check anymore.
But if it goes right into the account and like that person's on the account,
yep. Mm-hmm.
Because if they're older, their loved one that was elderly, when they're
oh yeah,
they may have been like, well, I'll put you on my account with me, and you can help me with my affairs or whatever.
People
they just keep getting the money.
People lie to get food stamps and those kind of benefits. You think they're going to tell someone that the person's passed and to stop sending checks? No.
But they yes, the person should do that because it's the right thing to do. Mm-hmm. But there should be some kind of vital statistics.
Yeah.
Like you can find out, when people, there should be some kind of connection there.
What's the average Social Security check?
Oh, I don't know.
Just say it's $2,000 a month. And you're looking at close to 20 million. That's a stupid amount of money.
It's disgusting. Well, what does that even mean? Oh, yeah. 40 trillion?
Yeah.
A year? Or a month?
A month. Yep. Yeah, that's 40 trillion a month. If your average now, if it's an average of 2,000 a month, Social Security, which that may be a little high, I don't know. You would think anywhere from 15 to 2,500 an average, but at 2,000, 20 million checks going out every month at $2,000 a month. That's 40 trillion. 40 trillion.
It says 47 million people between the age of 40 and 49 are collecting.
Mm-hmm. I'm just talking about the people that should be dead.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm just at 20 million from 100 to 199.
Wow.
Yeah, that's not talking about the rest of them. So that's even more.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's insane.
It's freaking crazy. Yeah.
Which, we've been wondering this for a long time. Why do we just keep going into debt? It's like we have, we have some of the wealthiest people that I don't know if they pay taxes. Yeah. They probably don't, but I don't know. I just feel like there's a lot of people that are working. I don't know. I just feel like it just didn't make sense to me. Like, I'm like, how is this? I don't know. But I know it was just not having any accountability as far as government spending. Mm-hmm. And I had heard in the past too, like about some of the stupid programs that they had and crazy things that they would spend money on. But it was nothing like what we've been finding out. Mm-hmm. I did not know all of that. But just knowing that this has been going on for such a long time, and there are people within Congress that have been there for decades. Yep. There's just, yeah.
Yeah.
There's no excuse.
Nope. None.
Some of these lifers, they gotta go, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I think really need to do something. It would be,
but the departments too, the cleaning up of the departments, and it's a lot of it is unelected. Mm-hmm. Whether it be just departments, lobbyists, I guess too. Yeah. It's just I think that it's just that one of those things where they've gotten away with it for so long.
For so long, yeah.
So they just kept doing it. Mm-hmm. And then they just kept spending more because they didn't have anybody to tell them no. They didn't have anybody to say, just like when you go to buy something and the money's not in your account, you're declined. Mm-hmm. They don't have that.
Yep.
They don't get that insufficient funds.
No. Nope.
Message. Maybe they should.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Have that embarrassment at the checkout.
I'm hoping some of these 20 million here that's over the age of 100 gets a letter notifying that their benefits have.
Unbelievable. That's insane that it's just 20 trillion a month, guys. A month. Mm-hmm. Unbelievable.
Yep. It's crazy.
Sorry, I'm still processing. It's a big number.
Yeah.
Well, then there's this talk of a possible $5,000 whatever.
There's also been a lot of talk.
And I'm just like, I just feel like I'd rather just get rid of income tax. Get rid of income tax, take that money, instead of giving it to us in a check, put it towards the debt, and just abolish income tax. Mm-hmm.
There's also been a lot of talk that some of this Social Security benefits money has also been being funneled to illegal immigrants.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah.
Oh, like them, yeah. like Social Security fraud?
No, well, maybe.
Like where they're getting Social Security checks? Mm-hmm. Or it's being funneled for other programs?
That they're being showed how to apply for Social Security benefits. Yep.
Well, another thing I thought about too today, and this might be rude or judgmental or whatever, but I don't mean it in that way. But I have heard from people. I haven't witnessed this myself, but I have heard from people that there are people within Department of Children and Families or in that world or whatever that help people apply for benefits and kind of help hint how to kind of cheat the system to keep getting the benefits. I don't know if anybody else has heard that. This was a long time ago when I heard this. Long time ago. I heard that like in certain areas, certain cities within the inner city, and like I said, I do not know this. This is just word of mouth. I've heard this, that they actually have little like setup where they help them out and they help them apply and they help them get the benefits and all this stuff. And I was thinking about that, with everything going on with a lot of the left-leaning liberal politicians and stuff that are making this big stink about all of this going on with Doge. And I'm like, if that's over the years has primarily been your voter base or part of your voter base, and you're teaching them how to cheat the system. And I'm just going to go out on a limb here and say that they don't understand how that's cheating Americans, how it's us, all of us. I think that some people separate the government from the people. And I understand, yes, they are a separate entity, but it's not their money. So it's not like the government just makes money and has all this money and then they just give you all this free money and help you out. Like, no, like, do you not understand how our government works? And they probably don't. But anyway, all that to say, if they are cheating, they're teaching their, it's like, because, we're not ever going to really fix this until we figure out what is causing this. Why have we become this society that has such a hard time doing the right thing and being honest? Why is it so commonplace now to just try to cheat the system? Like,
well, when you have a government just handing out money
No, I'm just saying, but I mean,
without any oversight.
Well,
people
are
going to take advantage of it.
You could take this back to the beginning of the welfare. You could take this back to FDR, right? Mm-hmm. And the thing is that his heart was in the right place. I don't think that the program is wrong. I think that there's just a lot of room for error, and I think there's a lot of room for corruption within the system if it is not monitored correctly, if it is not maybe updated, whatever, I just think that there's clearly loopholes, there's clearly areas where you can use it to your advantage to lie and cheat to get something that you really shouldn't be getting.
Well, and I think it's
the mindset of you're not stealing from a person. You're not going up to someone and taking their purse, right? You're not robbing a bank. But you're being dishonest and you're receiving money, and it's coming from the American people because it's the American people paying the tax dollars that get it. And then it puts this bad, shines in a bad light, and people are judgy to people that are on assistance. And I'm like, that's where that comes from, though. I think that if it was really people that were going through a hard time and there weren't people out there abusing it, that most people probably wouldn't mind. They don't mind helping someone out that needs it. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with someone who's really in dire straits and needs some help and they don't have family or they don't have, you know what I mean? Like there's nothing wrong with helping out someone who is in need.
Right.
But we've become this society where it's just...
There's too many people dependent on the government. And I think that's part of what's behind all of this. I believe there are people in the government that their intent is to have the American people
dependent
on them so they can be controlled. When the government controls everything you do, your money, how you get your money, your food, whatever, you'll do whatever they say to keep the benefits coming. And I truly believe that's what's happening.
Oh, I 100% agree, and it's gross and it's wrong. Mm-hmm. And that's the thing. It's like, I want to believe in my heart of hearts that the majority of Americans do not want a handout. They just want to be able to make a living and be able to afford to have a comfortable life. Mm-hmm. They don't want to be taxed to death. They don't want to be harassed. They don't want their rights infringed upon. They don't want their privacy breached. They just want to be able to afford things.
I think there are a lot like that, but there's a lot of people that are lazy that just want to sit on their ass, collect a check, and do whatever they want.
Well, and they shouldn't be allowed to. That's the problem. That's what I'm talking. That's what goes back to the taking advantage.
And I think half of the Americans, or a little less than half the Americans, are like that. And I think luckily Trump won the election, and so this time the majority won. But it's just, you could see it in youth today. Mm-hmm. The entitlement. No one wants to work.
Well, you know why? Because they have made it out to where hard work is a negative thing, something to be ashamed of, which is horrible. It's something that you should be proud of. You should be proud of working hard and earning a living and being able to take care of yourself. Like that's something that people should aspire to. That's something that you can have confidence and pride in yourself for being able to do that.
Yeah.
But this weird notion that, I'm too good to actually put in a hard day's work is, it's a shame. Mm-hmm. If that's what you're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. We just got to get back. We got to get back to the basics, back to good American values,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I feel like people are just living in a weird, superficial, fake world.
Yeah.
It's not real.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I don't know. Gosh. I got a little depressing. I think we need to watch the video again.
No.
I'm kidding. I just want to laugh. That's what I mean. You got to have some comedy in there. You got to you got to be able to laugh, because it's you really start thinking about it and you really start talking about it too much, and it can get depressing.
Oh yeah.
You got to have the balance in there. Yep. All right, Kyle's getting sleepy. We got to cut this short.
Yeah, I gotta get it.
I don't think it was that short, to be honest. It probably wasn't that short. I just start talking and talking and talking.
This is supposed to be a short one, and it's drug on. And...
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I talk too much? Did I?
That's all right.
Will you forgive me?
Yeah.
Okay.
This time. Let's wrap this.
Oh, okay. Thanks for watching, guys.
Yeah, thank you. If you haven't already, please subscribe, like, and share. Yeah, we appreciate you watching, and we appreciate the support. So until the next time, we'll talk to y'all later.